Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Hasrat. In today's video, I'm gonna talk more about three things that I think every person who goes from India to Canada or to another country should know. And I'm gonna keep this video very short and I'm gonna discuss 3 points basically that you should keep in mind when you have moved to Canada or abroad recently. So without any further ado, let's get to the video. First thing that I want you guys to keep in mind is that it's absolutely necessary for you to get a job. I don't care what your background is, even if you're coming from some really privileged household, you still need to have a job while you're in Canada, and there are multiple reasons and benefits of it. Now, this is obviously true for people who are coming to Canada on work permit because you are taking a work permit, so I'm assuming you already either have a job or you are going there with the mindset that you're going to find a job and spend most of your time working, which is great. But for those who are going on a study permit in a new place, chances are that you might not be able to make friends right away, but we all need to find our community. And it's not easy to find your people till you are actually attempting to find more people and make friends with them. मैंने काफ़ी बार नोटिस किया है that जो लोग काम नहीं करते हैं वहाँ पर या जॉब नहीं ढूंढ पाते हैं वो घर में ही रह जाते हैं या अपने कॉलेज से घर, घर से कॉलेज चले जाते हैं. So one of the first things that I want you guys to do is to find a job. Now it doesn't have to be a fancy job. It can be really anything. If I can be honest, most jobs that you're gonna get at an entry level, especially if you're going right after +2, then you are not gonna get very fancy jobs anyway because you don't have any experience and you don't have any education level. So what you can do is any entry level thing like working as a waitress or even working as a cashier at grocery stores. I know these jobs sound very menial, and for some people they get very uptight about it. They're like, why would I do that job? I'm coming from such a good background. And it's great if you're coming from a great background. And if you are privileged enough to not work at all for the entire 2 years or 3 years of your course, then great, so be it. But I think if you have a job, it gives you a sense of confidence, it gives you independence, and it also makes you more aware of your surroundings. I think the core of every job is customer service. I don't care if you're working as a cashier or if you're working as a manager. You are getting to work with customers, you are getting to deal with clients, and all that is good experience. In this way, you are forced to be around more people, and you might like them and you might not like some of them. But in either case, you will be forced to be around them. So I'm pretty sure you'll learn something from each and every one. And even bad experiences are better than no experience at all. That also teaches you patience. So these are all very, very valuable lessons which will eventually be very fruitful to you once you are done with your course and finding more professional and white collar jobs. I'm pretty sure that if you are new to a country, then it will give you routine, something that you get familiar with, and then you won't feel like you are an outsider, and it will make your life a little less lonely. If I talk about myself, I've had a variety of jobs. I have been a bartender, I have done waitressing, I have been a cashier, I have worked at a factory. I don't regret any of that because all those jobs gave me experiences that are very valuable. By working at different workplace environments, I did learn a lot about the country, and I did make friends from different communities, which also helped me gain more experience about how to handle people. Those friendships ended up to be long term. At least so far, I'm in touch with those people, and I can always call them up and understand their perspective on things, and that always gives me a widened range of network. And you must have heard that in today's world, your network is your net worth, especially when you are abroad, because over there your family is not there to support you, and if you're like me, you might not even have your relatives there. So basically you have to start from the very bottom. I think it's a great way to start when you are with other people. Your burden just gets a little bit less, and if you find people who are struggling just like yourself, then you can always work with them, find ways to ease your path and reach more success. The second thing that I really want you guys to do is to learn to drive. I have not lived in every part of the world, unfortunately, but the one country that I have lived in is Canada, and over there, from what I experienced, public transport is not the best way to commute. I mean, it's very, very good as compared to other countries, but if you are able to and if you can afford to, then please learn to drive. It's not that hard, it's really easy. You just have to give 2 tests, and I can make more videos about the whole process of getting a driver's license if you want me to. But really, you don't need those videos, because if you really go on YouTube and search up how to get a driver's license in Canada and put the province that you're in, then you can get many videos. For a lot of people, it's so easy to just learn how to drive and get a car and just make their lives easier. But for a lot of us, we still struggle to be on the road, and maybe we are going there at such a young age that we didn't get the chance to learn how to drive in our own country or under the guidance of our parents. But I want you guys to know that having the skill of driving, getting a driver's license and getting a vehicle can be so useful, especially if you're living in a small town. I've had the experience of living in small towns such as Welland as well as the big city like Toronto. In both those places, I wasted a lot of time commuting from one place to another, from one job to another on public transportation, at least in the beginning of my journey there. I'm not trying to diss public transportation, but in end of the day, public transportation is public transportation, right? You cannot rely on it completely, and you can definitely not plan your life around it. There were times when I was doing 12-hour shifts, but it would take me forever to get home or to get to my workplace because the subway was not working, or there were disruptions in the service of the bus. And such things happen a lot in places like Canada because of the weather. If you have been there, then you already know that the weather over there is not the best. But if you have a car, then you can always rely on your own vehicle. It can make your life a lot more easy. I know it's an expense and not everybody can afford it. I'm not even asking you to go ahead and buy a very expensive car anyway. You have a car, like it can even be a second-hand car, and as long as you go to a good dealer and if you take somebody's help, then you will be able to get your hands on something that is reliable. YouTube is going to be a great help for you guys, because I know it was for me. It's easier than driving in India, I can tell you that much. And you can actually get more work if you are able to drive a car. Sometimes great jobs are not available in your locality, so it requires you to go to another city, and you can do that if you have a car. It really saves a lot of time and it gives you peace of mind. Eventually, if you are a really good driver, then you can start your own work. You can start doing deliveries, or you can do ride share, and all these things will help you earn some extra bucks, which will in turn make up for the expense to keep the car maintained. I want to encourage you to keep finding new ways to grow. I understand that most of you who are going to abroad are already going on a study permit, so you must be like, well, I'm already going there and I've spent so much money on education. I'm taking this 2-year or 3-year or 4-year course. So why do I have to keep learning if I'm gonna get a good job after completion of my education anyway? I don't know if it's just me, or is it actually true for everybody else. You can please let me know in the comment section below, and I would love to know more about this. But I felt that in Canada, the importance of earning certifications is more than earning a bachelor's degree. It helps you grow in whatever job you are at, and you don't have to spend a lot of money on getting those certifications anyway. That is the kind of country where you can learn anything and nobody's gonna question you. If you're curious about something, you can still learn from scratch about any topic that you want to cover and maybe gain professional certification in that subject. It's all about expanding your skill set so that your resume looks more and more professional, and you don't have to jump from one subject of study to another. You can always try and expand your knowledge in your own subject of study, and that itself is going to help you get promoted. You will gain more knowledge, and that will help you feel more confident about the job that you're doing. Now, there are some courses that will always get you higher pay. For example, if you are in the food industry or in the hospitality business, then getting a Smart Serve license is helpful. Some jobs will even require you to have a Smart Serve license, so it's better to always keep a few certifications in your back pocket just in case. Another 2 subjects that I want you guys to spend some time learning, and it will definitely be useful for you, are finances and taxes. In Canada, taxes are a big thing. You can always learn how the whole tax procedure works, and maybe you will find ways to cut down on your taxes and save a few bucks. And who doesn't want that? right? Another reason why I want you guys to keep expanding your skill set is because jobs are not always reliable. It's always good to have a side hustle, and that can only happen if you have extra skills and you know how to use them. Always keep your eyes open. Try to understand what people want and what sort of things people are spending money on so that you can gain more knowledge in that area. For girls, learning how to do nails or getting a laser technician certification can be very useful. And you never know, getting these simple certifications may lead to one day you owning your own business. And won't that be great? Don't be afraid to follow your curiosity, and you never know, it might lead you to places that you've never dreamt of before. I make videos about personal development and share the experiences that I've had while living abroad. So if this is the kind of content you're interested in, then please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and share this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Thank you.